Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. It is early on a Sunday morning, about 5 o'clock, but there is a good reason I'm awake this early, and that is because I am flying off to the most expensive city in the world, Dubai.
Home to the world's biggest shopping malls, the world's tallest building, and of course, who could forget the supercars? Join me on my adventures through Dubai.
Yes, I've got my bags packed and I'm away for a couple of days, and I thought I'd bring you along for the journey because this is quite an exciting trip for me, and I mean the city is just incredible too. So someone's coming to pick me up and drop me off at Gatwick Airport very soon. So let's go ahead and head downstairs and chuck all my stuff in the car because I've got quite a lot of it.
I did make it to the airport with a few hours to spare, which always means that I had time for a Wetherspoons breakfast, the perfect way to get ready for a flight. I mean, just look at this thing, it was absolutely amazing. Of course, I found my flight and managed to get to my gate with a little bit of time to spare. And before long, we were cruising well above the clouds, ready for the 7.5 hours I had ahead of me. Thankfully, the time went fairly quickly. I managed to watch a few films, including Barbie, which I very much enjoyed, genuinely wasn't expecting to. Also had a little bit of time to play on the Steam Deck as well, and of course, got in a few drinks before landing. Once I had landed, it was pretty late, it was about 8 PM, so I jumped in a taxi and started making my way to the hotel. And just taking in some of these views, it was pretty incredible to see just how big and tall some of these buildings are, and just how bright and vibrant the city really was, especially at night. That is the Burj Al Arab there. It is one of the most expensive hotels in the world, and the one that we're coming up to now is the sister hotel to the one that I'll be staying at. This is Atlantis The Palm. Don't let its looks deceive you though, this is actually the cheaper, more budget-friendly hotel in the area, especially on the Palm. It is still a pretty breathtaking hotel. This, however, is Atlantis The Royal, and it's going to be what I call home for the next few days.
Okay, so I have landed safe and sound and arrived at the hotel. This is the Royal Atlantis. This place opened about a year ago to Beyonce singing, and it was quite the spectacle. This is going to be a room tour, and honestly, I was speechless walking into this place. Let me show you around. So the first thing you see as you walk into the room is, of course, this mirror. This beautiful art piece, as well as a place to keep all your jewellery and watches. I've thrown my one watch there. On the wall, we again have a little bit more artwork before we walk into the main part of the room, and this is where things get pretty wild. So, I honestly don't know where to start here. Let's, I suppose, start off with the sofa area over here. We have a massive futon style sofa, as well as a pretty nice looking cocaine table. There you go. Of course, we have the king size bed, which is absolutely massive. I've never actually slept in a king size bed before. This thing is just something else. You can see the bathroom here, and we'll go into a little bit more about that in a second. Over on this side, we've got our coffee machine and places to make tea and Voss water. They appear to really like Voss water here. It is everywhere. You've got the main TV and soundbar. Below, you've got the mini bar, which I will not be touching because I'm sure it will be very expensive. We have a place for you to conduct all of your work with this table, which is pretty nice, I've got to say. There is a free gift here, which I will break into very shortly. But let's go have a look at that bathroom, because there's something pretty special about it. So as we walk into it, you'll notice this glass here is completely see-through, and perhaps you might want some privacy. Well, that is where this little thing on the wall comes in. What you can do is tap the magic glass button, and all of a sudden, that glass has turned foggy. That is really cool. I love that. There's also controls here for things like lighting and as changing the volume. Is there music in here? Oh, that's cool. So obviously you've got 2 sinks. You've got all your amenities as well. There are a ton of amenities, including more Voss water, combs, toothbrushes, razors, body lotions. There's an amenity for basically everything. Let's have a look at this massive bath here as well, which I will be jumping in very shortly because I feel like I need one. It's been a very long day. And it's got a waterfall tap, which I'll be sure to show you shortly. And a few more amenities as well. Check that out. Over on this side, you've obviously got the bath, the shower, and the toilet as well. I won't bother showing you the toilet, that's not very interesting. The shower, however, is pretty interesting because you've got a little seat there. And perhaps something that really caught me by surprise was just behind these doors here. Let me show you what is behind here. Welcome to the walk-in wardrobe. Yes, this place comes with a walk-in wardrobe. Ignore my clothes that are very, very scruffy and scrunched up. They need a good iron, which I can do. The hotel does have an iron, so I could iron them if I wanted to. And other amenities like dressing gowns and everything like that. So there we have it. I will eventually show you the sea view. So I have a sea view. There's not much point at the moment because it's about 11 o'clock at night and it's pitch black out there. I quite honestly feel very, very blessed to be able to stay in a place like this. It's, I think, 930 odd pounds a night. It is a lot of money. And I'm here on business, so I'm technically not paying for it. And I really do feel like I'm in a privileged position here. Tomorrow morning, we're going to go out and we're going to do a little bit of exploring around the site, as well as have a look at some of the eateries here, because there are a ton of different eateries. There's Hell's Kitchen, there is Heston Blumenthal's Kitchen. This place is just an enormous resort, and I cannot wait to share it all with you very, very soon.
That is going to do it for this episode though. Be sure to come back tomorrow for even more adventures around Atlantis the Royal and Dubai. Also get subscribed if you aren't and do all of that good stuff.